Namaste. So while we wait another minute or two, let everyone get in that hasn't gotten in yet. Once you take your seat, sit up nice and tall, relax your shoulders, one straight line from your tailbone to the crown of your skull. Start taking deep inhales, in through your nose, out through your nose. Deep inhale, and even slower exhale. One more. So I hope everybody's doing well in these interesting times we're living in. It's easy to focus on all the negative that's going on right now, the suffering and the economy. But it's good to take a step back and see this from a soul perspective. So if indeed we are spirit having a human experience, that means that we're here for a reason. We're learning. And when I think back in my life on some of the most challenging things I've had to go through, these were the experiences where I got the most out of it as far as learning about myself, about others, about the nature of reality. So sometimes it's the most difficult things are the best teachers. We know the story of the Buddha. So the Buddha was a prince, and he was hidden from all the suffering in the world. He never got to see people getting sick or old. He was living on Easy Street. So had he lived in the palace his entire life, he would not have become the Buddha. Okay, so when he decided to leave the palace walls, and this is where he experienced that there was suffering in this world, that is what allowed him to grow from a more spiritual, deeper perspective. So even though we get caught up in the drama, it's good to take a step back and understand what it is that we could possibly be learning from all this. One thing is appreciation for the things that we take for granted, right? Going out to a restaurant, embracing your family and friends, little things like this that we may have taken for granted. So it's good exercise in gratitude. And just by nature of businesses shutting down, us being in our houses, social distancing, it's really forcing us to slow down. And I think a lot of beautiful things come from that. It really helps us take a look at our lives, our intentions, our ambitions, our relationships. So we have a name as a human being, but we get so busy with lives, we're more like human doings. So it's good to take stock and realize that when we're going through life and it's just busy, 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 go, 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 sometimes we lose track of the things that are important. So this slowing down of time really allows us to look deep and to figure out what is important. And this really gives us an opportunity to learn about the nature of the mind. So there's an old saying that where your attention goes, energy flows. So in other words, the state of your consciousness is a choice. So if our attention is going towards those things that are going to bring fear, we're drawing fear towards us, right? That's the action of fear, to bring more fear. And it's the same thing with love. When you're thinking about these things that are like love, compassion, gratitude, this is the field we emit, and these are the things that the universe draws towards us. We draw these things towards us. So this is an opportunity to understand that we are, in a sense, creating our reality through our vibration, through our thoughts. So when we're in a state of fear, a lower energy, we're bringing those things towards us. When we're in a state of love and compassion for all those that are suffering right now, grateful for the things we do have, this becomes our reality. So for those that are afraid, what is it that brings us fear? So there's two things really. So considering our circumstances right now, if somebody's anxious or afraid, either right now they're sick or somebody they know is sick, or they're hurting from the economic situation we're in right now. Okay. The other is a future event that could go wrong, or maybe you could get sick, your family members or friends could get sick. So either way, the optimum way to address these situations is to learn how to be in the present moment, to be grounded. Because if one of your relatives are sick and you're going through something, what's the optimum place to be? Is it a panic, fearful state? Or is it a grounded, relaxed, calm state? Okay, it's the same thing for the future. We're dwelling about all these things that could go wrong, but the truth is these things haven't happened yet. And if you're watching this, you're probably not sick either. So we need to take stock of how much fear is really warranted and how much is the mind creating. Okay, so either way, the optimal way to do it is to stay present in this moment. So if we can find this calm, this is what we radiate and share with our friends and our relatives, right? And the other ways, if we're in a state of anxiety or fear, this is the state we're in, and this is what we radiate to others. Okay, so the work we do on ourselves, learning how to be calm, this has an influence not just for our lives, our perception of reality, but also for that of our friends and relatives. So how do we become more calm in a situation like this? People say that fear is warranted here. Well, there's simple things we could do, right? I know people that sit in front of the TV and they see all these things that are just bringing more fear and fear and fear into their heart, into their minds. Okay, we can still be informed of what's going on in this world by not watching TV for 10 hours a day, right? Maybe towards the end of the day, you find a good news source, you tune in for half an hour, you see what happened during the day, and then you tune out. So this brings a lot more time for things that we've been putting off, okay? And we can take control of our immune system. We can start to eat healthy, get better sleep, right? So all these things, there's a strong correlation between people that are getting sick and weakened immune systems. So if somebody has a pre-existing condition, their immune system's working overdrive right now. And now they get the virus, and this is the reason we're seeing those really pronounced cases in these individuals. But for someone who's healthy, has a strong immune system that's not working, and then gets the virus, even if they do get it, the symptoms, by and large, are not that severe. Okay, so we can really take care of ourselves. So even if this thing does come our way, our bodies were designed to fight these things off. So the biggest thing that we can take away from this is using this time to develop or build our spiritual practice. Okay? So one of the major benefits of yoga and meditation, mindfulness, is we learn how to observe the mind. So if I ask somebody who's anxious, forget about our whole scenario right now, but someone who's just generally anxious, if I ask them, what is it that drives the anxiety? Why are you so afraid? It would be difficult for most people to answer that question because they never really dove in and to try to figure out what was the root cause of that anxiety. Or maybe they did and they didn't like what they saw and then they swept it under the rug. Okay? So Christian Das has a great way of saying, he says, you can't escape prison until you realize that you're in prison. In other words, if the thing that's really holding us in prison is the mind, is these thoughts that are continually thinking fearful thoughts, unless you go in and observe these thoughts, they're going to continue and you're going to be in a state of fear or anxiety. So the first step is to realize what's going on inside the mind. And then once you become aware of it, you can start to release and allow those things to pass, just like clouds passing in the sky. So what I'd like to do tonight, set an intention. We're all aware of social distancing, but tonight I want you to focus on self distancing. So the egoic self, the fearful self, the part of you that tries to get your attention, to dominate you, especially in times like these, what we need to do is separate our identity from that smaller self. So then we can observe the thoughts as a third party or someone looking in. And then those thoughts are just like clouds passing in the sky, right? They're not going to affect us. We get to observe them and let them go. So the practice is always to come back to something. We need to train our mind to pay attention to the present moment. And one of the best ways we can do this is with our breath. And this will get us started with our practice. So many of you have seen somebody try to start a fire, and it looks like two paddles. It's like a fire stoker to push wind on the fire. So the way it works is you open it up and then you close it down. Now, if you tried to close it really fast, you wouldn't be able to do it because there's only a small hole at the end, right? You're trying to force all that air through a small hole, so it takes a while for it to all come out. And it's the same way with our breath. When we exhale, we don't just want to let all the air go. We want the exhale to be a lot slower, maybe a couple seconds slower than our inhales. So we'll practice. This is how we're going to start our Ujjayi breath, the victorious breath. So all these breaths are starting with the stomach. So as you start to inhale, you're going to feel your stomach expand. As you engage your diaphragm, you'll start to inhale. And then you feel the air in your lungs. And then when you can't go any further, you exhale through your nose. But it's almost like you're pinching a straw at the back of your throat. So you're really constricting the air as it comes out. This allows you to regulate the outflow of breath. So maybe we'll inhale to a count of 3. And exhale slow. Your exhale should be slightly audible. You should hear yourself breathing. And continue, eyes closed, deep inhale. And slow exhale. Continue. So when we're in a fearful state, we're activating the sympathetic nervous system. So we're getting hormones released like adrenaline and cortisol. So these are the things that, from an evolutionary perspective, allowed us to escape predators, to run when there's danger. The problem is, when we become fearful or anxious, that same system that helped us escape from that tiger thousands of years ago, or even current day, it's being active right now. So it's releasing those same stress hormones. So what we need to do is take that sympathetic nervous system, bring it down, and then the other one we want to engage is the parasympathetic. So this one's responsible for digestion, releasing hormones so we can fall asleep at night. Sometimes they call it the rest and digest. So as we exhale slow, we engage the vagus nerve, which in turn activates the parasympathetic nervous system. So we're taking the one that we don't want, and we're going to bring it down. And we're taking the one we do want, and we're going to bring it up. Okay, so we're going to balance our nervous systems through the breath. So we'll practice a few more times. Deep inhale. And exhale. On every exhale, relax even more. On the exhale, release any stress or tension. And take one more deep inhale. And full exhale. And we'll start to warm up, doing some shoulder circles. So throughout the practice, any type of upward movement is always on an inhale. Downward movement is on an exhale. So we bring our shoulders up as we inhale. And exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And reverse. Inhale up. Exhale down. Looking forward, take a deep inhale. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Inhale, head up. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. One more each side. Inhale up. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Inhale up. Exhale, left down. And back center. And we're going to take a deep inhale. Exhale, looking over right shoulder. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, looking over left shoulder. And back center. And bring your right arm out in front. We're going to cross your body. Look over the right shoulder. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Release. Other side. Deep inhale. And exhale. Relax. Allowing all that stress release from the shoulder and the neck. And let's make some shoulder circles. Maybe tilting the head left and right. Deep inhale, full exhale. And reverse. Bring your right arm up, make a fist. Take your fist, point it down towards the ground. Grab your fingers and pull them in towards your forearm. Feeling that stretch in the top side of your forearm. Loosen up those wrists. And shake it out. Place your palm towards me. Take your four fingers, pull them down. Spread the thumb out wide. Reaching underneath and grabbing your thumb. So your hand comes between your hand and your belly. Grab your thumb. Spread your fingers wide like a starfish. Feel that nice stretch in the radial part of your hand. And going down one finger at a time. Pointer. Middle. Ring. Pinky. Shake it out. And same thing other side. Left arm comes up, shoulder height, make a fist. Point your fist down towards the ground, grabbing your fingers, pulling them in towards your forearm. Deep inhale. And exhale, relax your shoulders. Relax the muscles in your face. And shake it out. Palm towards me. Grab your four fingers. Pulling down, feeling the stretch in the top side or bottom side of your forearm. And reaching underneath, grabbing your thumb, spread your fingers wide. And one finger at a time going down. Pointer. Middle. Ring. Pinky. And shake them out. So if you're up on a bolster or blanket, you can come off it, sitting on the ground. Sitting in Dandasana. So our feet are flexed, toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Our spine is straight. Head is directly above your tailbone. Core is engaged. So even though this is not in posture where we're actually moving, it's still an active pose. Shoulders are back, down, relaxed. So what is back, down, and relaxed? Take a deep inhale, bring your shoulders up. Bring them back behind you and down. So this is back, down, and relaxed. If you hear me say that, this is where your shoulders go. Hands come to the side. We're going to inhale. Arms come up overhead. As we exhale, straight spine, hinge forward at the hips. Forehead comes down towards your knees. Maybe you're grabbing your shins or your ankles or your toes. Allow your head to come down. As you bring your chin closer towards your chest, you feel that stretch in your upper back. So now the hamstrings are engaged. Loosening that lower back. Deep inhale. And exhale. Arms come up overhead. Inhale. And exhale. Hands come down behind your butt. Fingers pointing towards the screen. And you're going to lift yourself up. Reverse plank. If it feels okay on your neck, you can tilt your head back. You want one straight line from your heels all the way through your tailbone, up through your back, and the crown of your skull. Exhale, hips come down. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, leaning forward. Inhale up. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale back up. And exhale down. Inhale, arms come up one last time. And exhale, holding the fold. And one last time, inhale up. Exhale, hands come down. And inhale, lift yourself up. Strong core. Getting that body warmed up. And exhale back down. Take your legs out into a V. Spread them wide. So our thighs are engaged. Toes are pointing up towards the ceiling. Arms come up overhead one more time. Deep inhale and exhale. Hinge forward at the hips, straight spine. Go as far as you can. When you can't go any further, bring the head down closer towards the ground. Keeping those feet flexed, toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Deep inhale. As you exhale, have the crown of your head come closer towards the screen, towards me. Then we're going to lean over towards the left side. Left forearm goes down on the ground. Right arm goes up towards the sky. Shoulders stacked one on top of the other. Start to feel that stretch on the right side. Staying right here if it feels good. Or on the exhale, reaching that right arm towards the left leg. We don't want to collapse our shoulders down. It's like imagine your chest is trying to fit between two panes of glass that are coming together. Shoulders stacked one on top of the other. And exhale, hands come forward. Flowing over to the other side. Right forearm goes down. Inhale. Left arm goes up. Feet are still flexed, staying right here. Or as we exhale, bring that left arm closer towards the right leg. Shoulders stacked one on top of the other. And bring them back down center. Reaching forward as far as you can. And walking those hands back towards your groin. Take the right foot. Bring it in towards the left groin. Left toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Hips are squared towards the front of the room. Arms come up overhead, inhale. And turn the torso towards the extended leg. Hinge forward at the hips, straight spine as you exhale. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Staying right here. Or, once again, left forearm goes on the ground. You can grab your big toe. Right arm goes up towards the sky. Once again, staying here. Or right hand reaches towards left leg. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Inhale, right arm goes up. Exhale, right hand goes down towards the ground, right behind your butt. And you lift yourself up. So right shin stays down. Left leg is straight. So imagine your left foot and your left hand playing tug of war, reaching away from each other. And exhale back down. One more stretch towards that extended leg. Inhale back up. And exhale down. And inhale back up. And exhale back down. Same thing other side. So left foot goes in towards your groin. Right toes are flexed, pointing up towards the ceiling. Right foot is flexed. Arms come up overhead. Inhale. Turn your torso towards your extended leg. Hinge forward at the hips, straight spine. As you exhale, trying to keep that left knee down towards the ground. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Every exhale, relax even more. Allow gravity to push you deeper into the stretch. And we can take our right forearm, right elbow, inside right knee. Grabbing big toe if we can. Left arm goes up towards the sky. Staying right here if this feels good. Or on the exhale, left hand reaches towards right foot. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Next inhale, arm comes up. Exhale, right hand comes down. Lifting hips up off the ground. Right hand goes up towards the sky. Right hand reaches away from right foot. Feel that stretch in your right side. Deep inhale. Full exhale. And exhale down. Take an inhale. Exhale, reaching towards the extended leg. And inhale back up. Exhale, left hand goes down. Inhale, body comes up. And exhale back down. So cross your legs. You can stack them like fire logs or any easy sitting position. Arms come up overhead, inhale. And exhale, hinge forward at the hips, hands come down. So for me, my right leg's on top, and I'm feeling a stretch in my right glute. Everybody's different. You got to listen to your body and understand what it needs. So you never want to stretch so far as to cause pain. You want to feel a nice stretch, but throughout the practice, if you feel any pain or discomfort, very gently and slowly come out of the pose. We don't want to injure ourselves. And we can move our hands over towards the left, over towards the right. Whatever side you want to, go to the other side, see what that feels like. And back center. And walk your hands back towards your feet. Whatever way your legs are crossed, do the opposite direction. On my left side on top. Arms come up overhead, inhale. Hinge forward at the hips, leaning forward, hands come down. Deep inhale, full exhale. As you reach forward, imagine your head moving towards me. As you exhale, Feel your spine getting longer. And walking the hands over towards one side. My left's on top, so I go towards the right first. And walking the hands towards the other side. And hands back centered. And walk the hands back up. So now we're going to bring that right ankle in towards your left glute. So your knee is facing towards me. And then we're going to try to get that left ankle up on top of that knee. Ideally, we're trying to stack our knees one on top of the other. But just getting that ankle up on top is good enough for now. So cow face pose. So our left leg is on top. So we lift our right arm up towards the sky, reaching for the ceiling. Deep inhale. As you exhale, put a bend in that elbow. Now we're using that left hand to push that elbow back behind us. We're not pushing our head and neck down. We want our spine and neck to be in one straight line. You can stay right here if it's in our practice. Take that left hand, reach back. Trying to touch those fingers or interlock the fingers. Maybe you can use a sock or a towel to help you out. Holding both ends with your hands. Relax the muscles in your face, in your forehead. Allow your eyes to be heavy. Relax your jaw. Take a deep inhale and exhale. And release. So now we're going to switch it around. We can do it the fun way if you want. So you notice here, imagine your feet are glued to the ground. You can't move them. If you try to twist towards the left, you can't do it. But feet got to stay glued down. We come up and do a little twist. The knees naturally go to the opposite direction. If that just blew your mind, that's okay. All we're doing is we're putting the right knee on top of the left. So sit up straight and tall, both sit bones on the ground, right's on top, so left hand goes up towards the sky. Take a deep inhale, reach up. And exhale, put that bend in the arm. Spine is straight from the tailbone to the crown of your skull. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Staying here or reaching right hand behind. Really trying to pull that right elbow back as far as you can. Left elbow up towards the sky. Relax the muscles in your face. Deep inhale. Full exhale. And release. And come on to all fours. Tabletop position. So tabletop, our knees are directly below our hips. Our feet are spread, hip distance apart. If you look between your legs, you can't see your feet because they're behind your thighs. Imagine there's a plate of food on your back. So you don't want to be arched like this because it'll fall off. You don't want it down like this. That'd be weird. You want a straight spine. So hands are directly below your shoulders, fingers are spread wide. Take a deep inhale, full exhale. Now we're going to, as we exhale, we're going to exhale through our mouth, but we're going to stick our tongue out and exhale like a lion. So take a deep inhale, stick your tongue out. Deep inhale. One more, let all the stress go. Take a deep inhale. The belly comes down towards the ground. Chin goes up. So now there's a bend in the spine. As you exhale, cat. Spine goes up towards the sky. Chin goes down towards chest, like a cat stretching in the morning. Now we incorporate our breath with the stretch. So this is cat-cow. So now we go into cow. Inhale. Belly goes down, tailbone's up. Then exhale, curling those hips under. Spine goes up towards the sky. Let it flow with your own breath. Inhale, look up. And exhale. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And one more. Inhale. And exhale. So staying in tabletop, we're going to take our right arm lifted up towards the sky as we inhale. Inhale, right arm goes up. Exhale, we're going to thread the right arm through. We're using a strong core to hold our arm right above the ground. So the core is engaged right now. You might even feel your left hand and arm shaking. Inhale, right arm goes up. Really open that chest. Exhale, reach through. Arms above the ground. Inhale one more time. Open the chest. Exhale, this time resting arm and shoulder on the ground. So feeling that stretch in the right shoulder. Left hand could be coming towards the screen. Deep inhale. Full exhale. And as you inhale, pushing into the ground with the left hand. Inhaling, arm comes up. And exhale, back down to tabletop. Same thing, opposite side. Inhale, left arm goes up. Really open that chest. And exhale, reaching through. Arms hovering above the ground. Strong core. Belly button's tucked in towards your spine. Inhale, left arm goes up. Open that chest. Exhale, reaching through. Hovering above the ground. One last time. Inhale up. And exhale, reaching through. This time, left arm comes on the ground, left shoulder, left cheek comes down. Right arm reaches towards me. Maybe those hips sink back towards your heels. Feel that stretch in your left shoulder. Deep inhale. Full exhale. And then come back up to tabletop. We'll come onto our knees. Maybe put a little padding on your knees if that feels good. Take your right leg, bring it out towards the side. Right leg is straight. Arms come up overhead, inhale. And exhale, reaching over towards that extended leg. For that stretch on the left side. Inhale, arms come up. Really open up that chest. Exhale, left hand goes down. Right arm goes up. And reaching. So the right foot and right hand reaching away from each other. Strong core, lift yourself back up. Inhale. Exhale, stretch. Inhale up. Exhale, stretch. One more, inhale up. Exhale, stretch. Inhale up. Exhale, stretch. And back center. Arms come down. And other side. Left leg goes out. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, reaching towards that left leg. And inhale, really open up that chest. Exhale, right hand goes down. Left foot, left hand reaching away from each other. Engage your core, lift yourself up. Inhale, exhale, stretch. Inhale up. Exhale, stretch. And inhale up. Exhale, stretch. Inhale. Exhale. And exhale. Let's take child's pose. If at any time throughout the practice you get tired and you want to take a little break, come into child's pose. Knees on the sides of your mat. Big toes are touching. Reaching the hands out in front. Bring your forehead down towards the ground. So your hips are sinking back towards your heels. Hands are stretching out in front, bringing your chest and your forehead down towards the ground. Spread your fingers wide. Curl your toes under. We're going to lift into down dog. Down dog, we're trying to get our heels down towards the ground. We want a V shape between our legs and our torso. We want our ears between our elbows. Legs are straight. There can be a slight bend in those knees. Maybe those heels are up off the ground. That's okay. Now we're going to isolate the stretch on those legs. So put a bend in your right knee. Straighten the left. So now we isolate the stretch on the left side. Straighten that right. Put a bend in that left. Upper body is not moved. Then pedal the heels back and forth. Take a deep inhale, come up on your tippy toes. And exhale, bring those heels down towards the ground. Full expression down dog. Bend both knees. Preparing to jump or walk your feet forward. Straighten your legs, maybe a slight bend in your knees. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Allow your head to be heavy. Gently shake your head no. Nod your head yes. Inhale, come up halfway. Hands can be above your knees or on your shins, but we want our spine to be parallel with the ground. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, arms come up overhead. And exhale, bringing hands back to heart center. And releasing hands down towards your side. So now we're standing in mountain pose, Tadasana. Big toes are touching, heels slightly apart. Engage your thighs, it pulls your kneecaps up. Tailbone is directly above your heels. Inhale, bring your arms, shoulders up. As you exhale, bring them back and down. So we want a lot of distance between our shoulders and our ears. Shoulders are back down and relaxed. Thighs are engaged. Our core is engaged. Palms can be facing towards me or towards the side of your body. Bring your awareness to your hands right now. Can you feel any tingling? Any energy in those hands? How about to the bottom of your feet? Is your weight equally balanced? Or are you leaning towards the outside or the inside of your feet? Pay attention to your breath. Can you feel the air rushing past your nostrils if you pay attention? Which is cooler, on the inhale or exhale? Can you feel the clothes on your skin? If you pay attention, can you feel the shirt on your shoulders and on your back? And bring your awareness back to your hands. Same sensation, or did it change? So this is a simple mindfulness exercise. You're taking your awareness, your attention, and you're bringing it to a single point. Could be your breath, could be some sensation. But the trick is, when you bring your mind to one point, doesn't matter what it is, it's not on the other 10,000 things that are bringing us that fear and that anxiety. So our practice is to train our minds to pay attention. And once we do that, this becomes our natural state. And this is our very normal and natural state. Anxiety and fear, these are not natural things. So we need to take time and train the mind to be in the present moment. Arms come up overhead, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your right foot back. So right leg is straight, 90-degree bend in that left knee. Hands are on both sides of that left foot. Our gaze is down, slightly forward. Bringing left foot back to meet right. Now we're in plank pose, Phalakasana, push-up position. Our belly button is tucked in towards our spine. Our core is engaged. Building strength. Fingers are spread wide, supporting ourselves. Knees go down. Hips go back. Chin and chest float forward down towards the ground. Tailbone goes up towards the sky. Belly's on the ground, or chest is on the ground. And slither forward into cobra, like a snake. Feet come together. Hands are on the sides of your chest. As we inhale, we lift our torso up off the ground, using the strength of our back to hold us up. Next exhale, pushing into the ground, curling toes under. And going into down dog. Lifting right foot up towards the sky. Lift between your hands. Stepping right foot on the inside of right hand. Left leg is straight, 90-degree bend in the right leg. Left foot comes up to meet right. Forward fold. And very slowly coming up one vertebrae at a time as we inhale. Arms come up overhead. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. This time, left foot goes back. Left leg is straight, 90-degree bend in that right leg. Right foot goes back to meet left. Plank pose, Phalakasana. So our butt's not too high, not too low. On one straight line from your heels all the way towards the crown of your skull. Belly button's tucked in towards your spine. Practicing your Ujjayi breath. Deep inhale. As you exhale, slow, under control. Knees go down. Hips go back. Chin and chest float forward. Tailbones up towards the sky. Inhale. Cobra. Feet come together. Hands on the sides of your chest. Exhale, pushing into the ground, curling your toes under. Hips come up towards the sky. Down dog.
Lifting left leg up, the hips do not move. Left toes pointing down towards the ground. Look between your hands, stepping left foot forward. Stepping right foot forward. Shake your head no. Nod your head yes. Very slowly coming up one vertebrae at a time.
Inhale, arms come up overhead. And exhale, hands come heart center. And release, hands come down towards the side. So this is one sun salutation or Surya Namaskar. It's a very good practice, something you do in the morning, anytime throughout the day. But it really moves the body in all directions. And the whole purpose, there are energy channels throughout the body called nadis. And throughout this practice, we open up those energy channels. This allows energy to flow throughout the body. So just like water, you don't want it stagnant. You don't want it sitting. You want it flowing, moving. This is life. Arms come up overhead, inhale. Exhale, forward fold.
Inhale, halfway lift.
Exhale, forward fold.
Stepping right foot back.
This time, right knee goes down. Inhale, arms come up. Anjaneyasana. Hips come down towards the ground. Our shoulders are back down, relaxed. Ears are between our elbows. Next exhale, hands come down.
Right knee comes up. Left foot goes back to meet right. Phalakasana. Now it's your choice. We can do Ashtangasana once again, where the knees go down, hips go back. Or Chaturanga. Chaturanga, you're going to go down to do like a push-up. Elbows are tucked in towards your sides, lowering yourself down towards the ground, hovering above the ground. And then you inhale either into Cobra, like we did before, or Up Dog. Up Dog. Shoulders are back down, relaxed. Our gaze is up. Next exhale, curling toes under, Down Dog. Inhale, right foot goes up towards the sky. Look between your hands, step forward. Left foot comes forward. Arms come up overhead as we inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Spine parallel with the ground. Exhale, forward fold. Left foot goes back this time. Left knee goes down. Arms come up. Inhale. Trying to get those hips down towards the ground. Exhale, hands come down. Left knee comes up. Right foot goes back to meet left. Plank pose, Phalakasana. Your choice, Ashtangasana or Chaturanga. Chaturanga, lowering down towards the ground, elbows tucked in towards your side, hovering above the ground. Four limbs pose, not 8 this time. Inhale, Cobra or Up Dog. Up Dog, my thighs are above the ground, not touching. And exhale, curling toes under. Inhale, left foot goes up. Look between your hands, step forward. Right foot comes forward. And very slowly coming up one vertebrae at a time. Arms come up overhead. And hands come down, heart center. And lower your hands down towards the ground. Catch your breath.
Once again, check in with your body. So you notice when you start to pay attention, you're starting to cultivate the witness, the observer. So at one level, you are this body. You are the ego complex. You are your name. You are your occupation. You are husband, wife, son, daughter. But that is one level of reality, relative reality. In truth, who you are is spirit. You are soul, or Atman. You are that Christ consciousness, Krishna consciousness. You are the Buddha nature. This is not related to this physical body. This is that awareness. So what we do is we start to extricate ourselves from identifying solely with this body. And this is what I was calling self-distancing. We're distancing that awareness from this body, from the thinking mind. We become the observer of these thoughts. So then we can discriminate, we can look at these thoughts and see which ones serve us and which ones are not bringing us towards God, towards the light. Are these thoughts bringing us towards fear or towards the light? And we can't observe those until we cultivate this awareness. This is why we practice. Arms come up overhead, inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Stepping that right foot back. This time, we're going to not bring our right knee down. We'll come up into a high lunge. So the upper body is the same. That right leg is straight. And then we're going to lower down that right heel. The toes are at a 45-degree angle. Our hips are facing towards the front of the room. Arms are still up towards the sky. 90-degree bend in that left knee. This is warrior one. Interlock your fingers behind your back. Open up your chest. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. Head comes on the inside of that left knee. Hands come up overhead. And inhale, arms come up. Warrior one. And exhale, hands come down. Right heel comes up. Left foot goes back to meet right. Your choice. Ashtangasana or Chaturanga. Into exhale. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, curling toes under. Down dog. Right foot goes up towards the sky. Look between your hands. Step forward. Left foot comes forward. And slowly coming up one vertebrae at a time. Inhaling, arms come up overhead. And exhale. Hands come heart center. Arms come up overhead, inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Left foot goes back. And lift yourself up and do high lunge. Lowering down that left heel. If you want, you can separate your feet a little bit. 90-degree bend in that front knee. Left foot is 45-degree angle. Hips are towards the front of the room. Arms are up. Warrior one. Interlock your fingers. Open your chest. Take a deep inhale.
And exhale, forward fold. Humble warrior, bringing that head down towards the ground. And inhale, arms come back up. And exhale, hands come down. Bring that left heel up. Right foot goes back to meet left. Your choice. Ashtangasana, where your knees go down and your chin and your chest touch the ground. Or chaturanga, going down for a push-up. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, curling toes under. Down dog. Really try to bring those heels down towards the ground, ears between your elbows. And lifting that left leg up towards the sky. Look between your hands, step forward. Right foot comes forward. And slowly coming up. Arms come up overhead, inhale. And exhale. Hands come heart center. And exhale. Lowering hands down toward the ground. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Relax the muscles in your face. Feel the energy moving within the body. Bring your awareness towards your hands. Imagine there is a energetic field covering your hands like a big mitten, going out several inches from your hands. With your eyes closed, I want you to feel this energy field. Maybe you feel the tingling. We are energetic beings. And the more we can allow this energy to flow throughout our body, this prana, the healthier we become. So as we're trying to boost our immune system during these times, very important that we're taking in the right foods, not just that which we eat, but the mental foods, the things we watch, the conversations we're a part of. We also need to have some type of physical movement, moving this energy so it doesn't get stagnant. Stagnant, when things become stagnant, things die. So we want things to be flowing and moving. One more sequence. Arms come up overhead, inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And stepping right foot back. So this time we're going to lift into warrior two. So the arms windmill the way up. So warrior two, your heels are in one straight line. Your hips are not towards the front now, but towards the side. Arms are up, shoulder height. We're not leaning forward. We want the spine to be perpendicular with the ground. Our gaze is towards our left hand. 90-degree bend in that left leg. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Flip that left palm up. Reverse warrior. Imagine you're looking into a mirror or taking a selfie pose. Exhale. Left elbow comes down. Right arm comes up towards the sky. And reverse. Inhale up.
Exhale down. Inhale up. This time as you exhale, hand comes all the way down towards the ground. Right arm goes up towards the sky. My arms are stacked one on top of the other. The gaze can be down, or if you can, up towards that right hand. Exhale. Right hand goes down towards the ground. Left arm goes up towards the sky. Revolve, side angle. Exhale, left hand down, back to side angle. Arm comes up towards the sky. Strong core, lift yourself back into warrior two. Straighten that left leg. Lower body does not move, reaching forward as far as we can. Left hand goes down towards the ground. Very little weight on the left hand. Right arm comes up towards the sky. Triangle pose. Trikonasana. Gaze can be up towards that right hand. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Next exhale, right hand goes down. Inhale, left arm goes up. Revolve, triangle. Next exhale, left hand goes down. Right arm goes up. Put that bend back in that left knee. Strong core, lift yourself back up. Warrior two. Windmill those arms back down towards the ground. Right heel comes up off the ground. Left foot goes back. To the right. Your choice. Ashtangasana, 8 limbs pose, or Chaturanga, 4 limbs pose. Exhale down. Inhale, Cobra or Up Dog. Exhale, curling toes under. Down Dog. Right foot goes up towards the sky. Look between your hands, step forward. Left foot comes up to meet right. Forward fold, Uttanasana. And coming up as we inhale. And exhale, hands come back heart center. Catch your breath. Pushing those hands together. Feel the heat generated. Belly button tucked in towards the spine. Strong core. Generating and harnessing that energy, the power that's within you. We need to learn how to surf these waves of life. When we are unfit physically and mentally, the waves of life can crush us. But for the yogis who learn how to master their mind and take control of their bodies, they can take out their surfboard and ride these waves. There's a lot of energy on this planet right now, and we can transmute it. But we need to choose love over fear. This is the path of the light worker. Arms come overhead, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Left foot goes back. Windmilling left arm up. Warrior two. Arms are up, shoulder height. Hips are towards the side. Heels are lined up. Gaze is towards the right hand. Not leaning forward. Spine perpendicular with the ground. And reverse. Left palm, right palm goes up. Inhale. Reaching back for that stretch in your side body. And exhale. Right elbow, right knee. Inhale, left arm goes up.
or towards that right side. And flow with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Right hand goes all the way down towards the ground inside the right foot. Left arm goes up towards the sky. Extended side angle. Gaze can be up towards that left hand. Next exhale, hand comes down. Right arm goes up. Revolve side angle. Really try to open up that chest. Exhale, right hand goes down. Inhale, left arm goes up. Strong core, lift yourself back into warrior two. Straighten that right leg. Lower body does not move, but the upper body reaches forward as far as possible. Right hand goes down towards the ground. Left hand goes up. Arms are stacked one on top of each other, as if you're trying to fit between two panes of glass. Gaze can be up towards that left hand. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Next exhale, left hand goes down. Inhale, right arm goes up towards the sky. Exhale, right hand goes down. Inhale, left hand goes up. Put that bend back on the right knee. Extended side angle. Strong core, lift yourself back up. Warrior two. And windmill those arms back down towards the ground. Bring that right foot back to meet left. Your choice, Ashtanga or Chaturanga. Exhale down. Inhale, Cobra or Up Dog. And exhale, curling toes under, Down Dog. Left heel goes up. Look between your hands, step forward. And right foot comes forward. And slowly coming up one vertebrae at a time. Arms come up overhead, inhale. And exhale. Bring those hands down towards your side. We'll come down into our bellies. So bring your arms out onto a T. Bring your left hand in towards your left chest, left back. Roll yourself over like a log. Right cheek is on the ground. So you want to feel that stretch in that right chest and the right shoulder. To open up that lower back, you take your left foot and put it flat on the ground right behind your right knee. And allow that left knee to fall backwards. So now we feel that opening in the right shoulder and in the lower back. If it doesn't feel good, slowly start to come out of the pose. And come back down onto your belly. Same thing other side. Left hand goes out into a T. Right hand comes in. Roll yourself over like a log. You can stay right here if this feels good. Or take your right foot, bring it behind your left knee. Allow that right knee to fall backwards. Pushing into the ground with that right hand to intensify the stretch. Deep inhale. Full exhale. And back on your belly. Make a pillow with your hands. Rest your right cheek on the ground on your hands. We're going to take 3 deep breaths. So inhale through the nose and forceful exhale out the mouth. When you exhale, let all the stress and tension go. Deep inhale through your nose. Exhale mouth. Inhale, feel your body rise up. One more. Turn your head the other way. Left cheek on the ground, on your pillow. Same thing. In your nose, out your mouth. Take a deep inhale. So now we'll do bow pose. Put a bend in that right leg. Try to reach back and grab that right foot. If you can't, maybe wrap a belt or a sock or a shirt around it. Same thing, other side. If you can't do it, it's okay. We're going to do the same thing on our backside in a moment. Take a deep inhale. So it's like a bow, like an archer's bow. Imagine somebody pulling back on it. So our chest comes up off the ground, so it's just our belly button on the ground balancing. Hands and feet playing tug of war. And exhale, release. And coming up onto all fours and then pushing back into child's pose. Knees on the sides of the mat. Big toes are touching. Hips come back. Hands reach towards the front of the room. Forehead and chest come down towards the ground. Deep inhale, full exhale. Feel your belly expand as you inhale. Imagine your belly button getting closer towards your spine as you exhale, nice and slow. Let's do one more. Cat cow, come up into tabletop. Spine straight. Take an inhale, belly button goes down, chin goes up, and exhale, cat. Inhale, exhale. One more, inhale, and exhale. And you can come down onto your backside. Bring your feet flat on the ground. Bring them close to your hips. And then I want you to imagine there's some water in your belly button. And all you're trying to do is lift your hips just enough that the water starts to trickle down towards your chest. So very just, almost just like a pelvic tilt. Back and forth. Inhale up. Exhale down. And bring your hips back down. Now preparing for bridge. Now we're going to lift our hips up even higher up the ground. So imagine there's a string taped to your knee, And as you lift yourself up, you want that string to be touching your thigh and in contact with your belly and your chest. So one straight line from your knee down towards your chest. Deep inhale, full exhale. If it's in your practice, you can interlock your fingers underneath and then roll your shoulders together. This allows you to bring those hips a couple inches higher, intensify the back bend. And exhale, hips come down. Bring those knees in towards your chest, rocking side to side. And then once again, put both feet flat on the ground. Take your left ankle and rest it on your right knee. So like you're sitting at the doctor's office with your legs crossed. Then you're going to reach underneath your right thigh or on that right knee. And we're going to pull that right knee or right thigh in towards your chest. So now we're going to feel that stretch in our left glute. Trying to keep that tailbone on the ground. We don't want to lift up too high. We want our back to be flush with the ground. The right foot and left foot are flexed. Toes are pointing up. And as we pull that knee in towards our chest, we're stretching here. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Our thoughts are energy, and when we stress, we store that energy in our body. And everybody's different as far as where they store it, but common areas are in the hips, and the neck and shoulders. So as we take deep inhales and full exhales, imagine all that stress being released as we stretch on the exhale. Deep inhale, filling the area with light and love. As you exhale, all the negativity, all the stress, all the concerns drains out of your body. Pay attention to your own breath. Making sure your exhales are longer than your inhales. As you inhale, you fill your lungs completely. As you exhale, you let all the air go, not leaving any stale air behind. Next exhale, lowering right foot. Same thing other side. Right ankle goes on top. Grabbing that left knee or under your left thigh. Whatever feels good for you. Maybe using that right elbow to push that right thigh away from your body. Both feet are flexed. Trying to keep that tailbone and lower back on the ground. And once you find that pressure that feels right, relax. Relaxing the muscles in your face. Deep inhale. Bringing in that life-giving oxygen, moving that prana, the energy in the body as you exhale. All that staleness, all the stagnant energy drains from your body. Inhale, in with the good. Exhale, out with the bad. Have your breath like an oil change. In with the good, out with the bad. Preparing the body, replenishing all the cells, giving them fresh oxygen. They can do their work they're designed to do. Getting back to a natural state, a normal state, a healthy state, which is your birthright. And exhale, bring those back down towards the ground. Take your feet towards the side of your mat. And then I want you to lower down your right knee down towards your left ankle. Right knee goes up, left knee goes down towards right ankle. And Just like your windshield wipers going back and forth. Should feel nice opening in your lower back. Once again, bring both of those knees in towards your chest. Keeping that right knee in towards your chest, extend that left leg out. Left foot is flexed, toes are pointing towards the ceiling. Imagine you're trying to push away that wall that's in front of your left foot. So the left leg is active and engaged. Pulling that knee in towards your chest. Bring that right knee in towards your armpit now. Left leg does not move. Using left hand, we're going to take that right knee, bring it across our body. The right arm goes out into a T. Very important that right shoulder and right shoulder blade stay on the ground. So if those start coming up, you've gone too far. It's more important that the right shoulder and shoulder blades stay on the ground than it is that right knee touches the ground. We're just going to let that right knee fall where it will, ensuring that the right side is glued to the ground. So the lower body is twisting to the left, upper body is twisting towards the right. The gaze can be over that right hand. Imagine your body is like a rag and you're just twisting it, squeezing all the toxins out. Taking a deep inhale, getting in fresh water. Exhale, twisting even further, getting all the remaining toxins out. Next inhale, bring that right knee in towards your chest. Right foot goes up towards the ceiling. Release hold of your right leg. And exhale slowly, under control. Bringing that right heel down towards the ground. Same thing opposite side. Bringing that left knee in towards your chest. Right foot is flexed, pushing against the wall. Taking right hand, grabbing left knee. Bringing it across your body. If you want to bring that left knee in towards your armpit first, that's fine. Left arm and left shoulder and shoulder blade are glued to the ground. Gaze can be towards the left hand. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Twist even further. One more deep inhale. And exhale. A little deeper. Inhale, bringing that left knee in towards your chest. Right foot goes up towards the ceiling. And exhale. Lowering that left leg down towards the ground. Preparing for shoulder stand. So if you've never done shoulder stand, maybe just watch now. If you feel any pressure on your neck or your head, you don't want to injure yourself. So we start just like we're doing bridge. We lift our knees up so our back is flush on the ground. If you want, we can just do legs up a wall. Stay like this, strong core. We roll back. We support our back with our hands. So all the pressure is on my shoulders, hence the shoulder stand. We don't want any weight on our neck. Once we're stable, feet come up. We don't want to be looking left or right. We want our feet, legs perpendicular with the ground.
Deep inhale. Full exhale. Strong core. Staying here. Or for halasana, plow pose. Feet come behind the head. Maybe the toes touch down. You can interlock your hands. For a good stretch in your upper back. Deep inhale. Full exhale. And when you're ready, slowly come out. One vertebrae at a time. And then bring those legs up the wall. Strong core. And lower down under control. One last pose before Shavasana. It's fish pose, Mastayasana. You can bring your palms on the ground, put them underneath your hips, roll your shoulder blades together, and then we're going to lift our head up. It can be up above the ground, or we can have the top of our head on the ground, opening your throat. So we're looking behind us now. Full cycles of breath. Very important you don't look left or right. And exhale, release. Preparing for final resting pose. So laying flat on your back. So get comfortable. Laying flat on your back now. Your hands can be laying on the ground. Your palms can be up to receive energy, or facing down to ground yourself. Allow your feet to fall where they will, maybe off towards the side. Now I want you to imagine a magic butterfly. And this butterfly lives in your heart, and all it knows is love. And any part of your body that it touches, because it's magic, it just relaxes that entire part of the body. So it sleeps in your heart, but now it flutters up towards your forehead, and very gently, like silk, landing on your forehead, and you feel your forehead relax. All the wrinkles fall away. It's like butter melting. And then it jumps on your left cheek, and that relaxes. Your right cheek. It lands on your chin, and you're surprised because your jaw relaxes. Your entire face is relaxed. And it flutters on your right shoulder, and it feels like your shoulder is just melting into the ground. Then on your right arm. Then it jumps over and flies to your left shoulder. Your left shoulder is asleep. And then on your left arm. Then it flies to your left hand, to your right hand. Both of your hands are completely relaxed. And then it jumps on your hip, and it flutters on the left side, then the right side, and back and forth. And then your hips melt into the ground like hot candle wax. And then it touches your right knee and your right thigh. Down to your right shin. And it feels like your right leg is completely asleep.
And then it lands on your big toe, and your foot's completely relaxed. Then it flies back up, lands on your left thigh. It's your thigh and leg get really heavy. Then on your left shin, and finally lands on your big toe, on your left foot, and your entire left leg doesn't even feel like it's there. So relaxed. And then a butterfly flies up in the air and lands back on your heart, and you feel the warmth and the love of God surge through your body. And you remember what it feels like to be home. can start to bring some movement back and towards your fingers and your toes. And bring your knees in towards your chest, rocking side to side. And when you're ready, with those knees in towards your chest, roll over to one side in a fetal position, making a pillow with your arm. Very vulnerable position, like the baby in mama's womb. Not trying to control everything, just allowing the world to be as it is. Learning how to control the things you can control, and allow the things you cannot. Building your strength, building your resolve. So not only can you navigate this life, but that you can be a light and a beacon for all those around you. And when you're ready, come back up to a seated position. We'll finish with some mantra practice. If you know these, you can join in. Either way, bring your hands towards center. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Bhurбhuva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Vargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yo Na Prachodayat. And everybody can join in this one. We'll repeat it. So this prayer, this mantra means, may all beings everywhere be free. May all beings be happy and at peace. And may I, in some way, contribute to the well-being of others. And we contribute to others by raising our own vibration. By chanting these mantras, we bring light into this world. And we can think about all the nurses, all the doctors, all the medical personnel working on the front lines, putting their lives on the line in the service of others. So this is Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. So Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. 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 bhavantu loka samasta sukhino 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 bhavantu. May God's light shine on this earth in the hearts of all men and women. May His will be done. May there not be any unnecessary suffering. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free. May all beings find peace. As this whole thing fizzles out and comes to an end, may we all learn from this experience. May we deepen our practice. May we strengthen our family ties and bonds. May we learn how to look inward and slow down so we can start to investigate who we really are. We are not just this body. We are not just this mind. We are the heart of God. We are the light of God. And we came here to shine this light, to bring heaven to earth, to remind each and every one around us who they are. May God be with you. May God guide you. May God's light guide your path, always and forever. Namaste. Thank you all for joining me. So that's it. I'm going to chant the Hanuman Chalisa, so feel free to tune out. Or if you know it or you want to listen in, that's cool too. Hope to see you all soon. I apologize if this screws up the microphone, but it is what it is. Hanuman Chalisa. Hanuman is a devotee of Lord Ram. And Hanuman has all these incredible abilities. He can make himself as big as the sun or as small as an insect. He has the power to rip a mountain from the ground, jump many miles with it, even fly with it. But Hanuman sometimes forgets how powerful he is. He forgets his divinity. It's only through service to God that he remembers his true identity. And it's the same with us. We forget who we are, but it's through service, through devotion, through learning how to open our hearts and our minds that we begin to remember who we truly are. Shri Gurcharana Sarojara Jani Tamanu Purusunari Paranora Guvara Vimana Jasu Jodaya Kupanachari Buddha Hina Tanujani Tri Sundaram Bhavana Kumara Balabuddhi Vidya Devahi Arahukale Samika Jaya Hanumana Gyana Guna Sagara Jaya Kapisa Loka Ujaga Brahma Dutta Tulita Vanadama Anjani Putra Pavana Sutalama Mahavira Vikrama Jarange Gumate Nivara Sumati Kesange Kancharavana Viraja Sudesa Kandana Kundana Kunshila Desa Ata Vajra Madhya Viraja Kande Muja Jane Usaja Shankara Suvana Kisari Nanda Teja Pratapa Mahajaravanda Vidyavan Puniyati Chatu Brahmakajikari Bhikuvatu Prabhu Charita Sunibeko Rasya Brahmarakana Sita Narakasya Sukshma Rupa Darisya Indikava Vikata Rupa Dari Hankacharava Bhima Rupa Dari Asar Singare Brahmachandra Ke Kaj Salvari Jaya Sanjeevana Rakanajiyaye Shri Raghuveera Hara Shri Vinay Raghupati Kini Bhagota Varai Tuma Mama Priya Bharatai Samavai Sasavadan Tumarod Sangame Asangai Shri Pati Kantaragame Sanekadika Brahma Vimunisa Narada Sharada Saita Isa Jamakubera Digapada Jahante Kavi Govinda Kaisa Kekahante Tuma Upakar Sundri Vaikina Brahma Vilaya Rajaparani Tumaro Mantra Vibhishana Mana Lankeshwara Maya Savajagatana Yoga Sahasra Jojana Palavana Viyotai Madhula Palajana Prabhu Mudrika Mile Mukamai Jana Gaya Jana Durga Makaja Jagata Ke Chitte Surama Anugraha Tumare Tele Brahma Duare Tumara Kumare Otana Agya Vimpesare Sava Sukanda He Tumare Charana Tumara Shakaka Rupo Dharana Apara Teja Samaru Ape Tino Loka Hanga Tenkampe Buddha Pisacha Nikatana Yahweh Mahavira Japanama Sunare Nasero Gadi Samapira Japatale Randama Hanumatavira Sankatate Anumana Julare Manakrama Bhajana Dhyana Julare Savapara Ramata Paspiraja Dina Kirkaja Sakala Tumasaja Ora Manorata Joko Ilave
Suyamita Jivana Parapara Charonyo Paratapa Tumara Ekara Sriva Jagatujara Sadhu Santa Ke Tumara Kumare Asurani Kandana Rama Duare Ashta Siddhino Nidhi Ke Data Asamaradina Janaki Mata Brahma Rasayana Tumare Vasa Sakara Hura Kumadi Ke Dasa Tumare Bhajana Rama Pupare Jana Bhajana Make Duka Viswarare Antakara Raghuvara Purajai Jahan Janna Bhare Bhakta Kahai और देवता चित्तन दरहि हनुमत से ही सर्व सुख करहि संकट कटे मिटे सब वीर जो सुनरे हनुमत बलवीर जय 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 हनुमान गुसाई कृपा कराओ गुरुदेव की नाय जो सत बारा पथ कर कोई जो तय बंदे महासुख होय Joya Parayamana Charisa Oya Siddhi Sagi Gaurisa Tulasita Sasana Hari Chela Vijayna Plirataya Mahandera Ramalakana Sita Saita Hridaya Vasamasura Rupa Ramalakana Sita Saita Hridaya Vasamasura Rupa Mangala Murati Maruta Nandan Sakala Mangala Murari Kandan Mangala Murati Maruta Nandan Sakala Mangala Murari Kandan Bhavana Sutta Hanuman Ki Jai Shri 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 Ninkoli Baba Samta Maharaj Ki Jai Om Baba Ramdas Ki Jai Asato Ma Sadhamaya Tamasuma Jyotirgamaya Mrityomartam Gamaya Shanti Shanti
See y'all later.